All right, week 3, bin 3. Now, if you just jumped into this video and you haven't had an opportunity to get the backstory between weeks 2 and week 3, I'll leave a link up in the description right up there. Or not in the description, but up here in the video. If you want, you can pause, click on there, and go check out the backstory that happened between weeks. Circle back around here and continue going on. But if not, you just enjoy watching bin videos, sit back, enjoy. Let's dig in. Week 3, bin 3. Here we go. Yep, look at that condensation. Same as the other two. And let's see if we have any worms. Does not look to be. That's good news. Yeah, this made a huge difference, but as you can see, the condensation now is definitely on the top of the bin since I took the plastic off. Let's pour that back in. Set this off to the side. And let's see how our buddies are doing this week. Back that up a little for you. Now already I noticed some fruit flies, which I have not had a lot of in the past. This normally is a very active bin, and by that I mean there's usually worms all over the sides, up on top. This is the one that I think that has been being evacuated from more than the others. Guys, forgive me the camera angle here. Just trying to get this right so you can see it all. Down a little bit. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay, so let's dig in. Now, as I had said in the previous 2 bin videos, it was given crushed up eggshell. The plastic was taken off. The worms definitely settled down quite a bit, so my anticipation is if they're still in the bin, and I pray they are, they've been working on the food. So let's start in the center here this time. This is where we fed last. And it's extremely wet. Really, really wet. That's okay. I don't see any worms yet. That's all right. Materials are very, very damp. Whoop. Okay, so this was the area where the feeding was taking place, and those are what look to be purple cabbage. At first I thought they were one of the worms. But look at that lettuce leaf, it didn't even decompose yet, or this past week. Interesting. No real worms to speak of, so let's just keep going. Yeah, the food looks to primarily be here. I don't know if you can see that or not. There's the tomato, the lettuce from the salad set that I had. I don't see any worms. So, just the food, no worms really to speak of. Okay, well, let's see if they're doing what they've been doing this whole time and just hanging out on the sides of the bin. Okay, there we go. There's some worms. Or I should say a worm. A couple of worms, actually. They're definitely hanging out towards the corners still. The edges and the corners. Which means, yeah, here we go. Well, they're not escaping the bin, but they don't appear to be in the center, and yet, even though I'm seeing like that salad and stuff, I think a lot of it's just because it hadn't had a chance to decompose. I mean, I'm not finding any of the rice from before. What's this? This is part of the... I gotta be honest with you, I'm not sure what that is. It's mushy. Okay. Yeah, there's fruit flies in here now. The worms are definitely here on the edges, as you can see. They're working these edges. They really are not moving in towards the middle, and I think again a lot of this has to do with the fact that it's still just really too wet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to once again add some bedding to try to help things along, and I'm not going to give it a feeding of any other particular foods than the flowers of tranquility, if in fact that's what they turn out to be. But we'll see. But yeah, this is looking very similar to bins 1 and bins 2 as far as the remnant food that's still left behind. But what I want to do is I want to try to encourage them to start getting into other areas of the bin. And the only way that's going to happen is by adding the things that will help kind of balance out the moisture. Interesting thing, and again, like I said with the other two, I did not add any water to this except for the day that I removed the plastic cover, and that was only because I added the crushed up eggshell. And that was in the effort to try to help balance things out, make sure they had some grit. I thought maybe that might help them get a little more interested in the food as well. But just like I did before, we're gonna mix everything together, kind of get it just, the whole idea here is just, again, it's balance. We're looking for an even balance of moisture and bedding, and not too wet, not too dry. Just have to continue adding more bedding as I go. I really did not add a lot last time, and again, it's because I don't want to go from one extreme to the next. I mean, if I all of a sudden just throw a ton of bedding in here and it becomes too dry, then it's liable to have some of the same problems that it's having right now. Disinterested worms, and as far as like not wanting to eat food, and possibly even evacuating the bin more often for the water tub. So we kind of work my way to the center here. I'm not, okay, I know like for instance with red wigglers and European nightcrawlers, they usually start to produce cocoons after they've started in a new system, usually within about, I think if memory serves, somewhere between 30 to 60 days, both species do. I don't know if that's the same for African nightcrawlers or not, but obviously the more I mix it up like this, I mean there's nothing wrong with aerating a bin. I mean this definitely needs it, and to do it from time to time is a good thing, but I don't know if every time I do this, if I'm just resetting their clock, because I mean, if I was a worm and I was continually being churned like this, I don't know that I'd want to be living in that material either. I do not see a lot of worms in this bin. So let's see. This looks extremely wet, and it is, which again is why I'm not even going to feed it this week, other than these flowers of tranquility. I've got to verify that. I was not able to, as I described already in the other previous two videos, but that's what my Thai friend said, that they dry them out and they use them for tea, and it's really mellowing tea. Oh, that's great. Maybe it'll help mull the worms a little bit. Not that they really are too hyper, but let me go ahead and get those put in right now. I'm going to add some leaf material too. I'm going to cover it with bedding. Crushed up dry leaves, always good. I really like the finished look of these. If you guys have not had a chance to check out AV's channel, I highly recommend him. He uses a combination of both dried leaf material like this and corrugated cardboard, and his castings look fantastic. So he's definitely encouraged me to continue using more natural materials in my bin if and when I can. Alright, some of our flowers of tranquility or relaxation or whatever. We'll see. And then we'll come back to stone worms. Just kidding. But maybe not. Alright, that's enough. Put one piece of very easy to pierce through paper napkin on top, and then I'm going to get this covered up in hopes that it entices our friends a little bit more. Almost out of this bag, that is. Got 5 others in the corner. It was a long rainy season. I was busy. I kept myself busy making bedding for months. I didn't have enough materials. Almost forgot the banana leaf. Right there. That is that. Good for another week. We'll see how things go. Gang, thank you so much for joining me today. If you haven't already, please do like and share this video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, I hope you will. And please hit the bell notification icon if you haven't done so as well, so that you can be alerted when I upload new content. Until next time, wherever you are in the world today or tonight, take care. Bye for now.